Welcome, Lions fans. Imagine a world where one transformative move reshapes the destiny of your favorite team, a move that electrifies the field, sends shockwaves through the NFL, and ignites hope in the hearts of every supporter. Today, we're diving deep into the latest buzz rocking the league. Rumors swirling around a potential blockbuster move for former Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Yes, you heard it right. The buzz is that this all-pro pass rusher might be on the move, and with the Lions in hot pursuit, this could be the game-changing addition we've all been waiting for. From the moment whispers of Garrett's availability, they began to echo through the rumor mill, excitement has been building. Analysts and insiders alike have pointed to his ability to dominate games as a force that could redefine Detroit's defensive identity. Picture a player with relentless motor, unmatched agility, and an innate knack for wreaking havoc in opposing backfields. The prospect of having someone like Myles Garrett, who can single-handedly alter the course of a game, is tantalizing. But while the idea of adding such a dynamic playmaker might seem like a no-brainer on the surface, the reality is layered with complexities and high stakes. Let's start by considering the broader context. The NFL is a league defined by momentum, and the Lions are currently riding a wave of optimism as they look to elevate their roster to contend with elite teams. In recent seasons, Detroit's defense has shown flashes of brilliance, yet questions remain about their ability to consistently shut down high-powered offenses. With teams like San Francisco, Philadelphia, and Green Bay making deep playoff runs, bolstering the defensive front is no longer optional, it's essential. And that's where Garrett comes in. Known for his explosive playmaking, his potential, arrival in Detroit would not just be about adding another name to the roster. It would signal a seismic shift in defensive strategy. However, the path to landing Garrett is fraught with challenges. Cleveland, his current team, has made its intentions crystal clear. They're not ready to part ways with one of their shining stars. This commitment from the Browns complicates matters considerably. Even though trade rumors persist and many believe that change is inevitable, the Browns' determination to keep their franchise cornerstone casts a long shadow over the possibility of a move. Yet, amid these complexities, there's a growing sentiment that Garrett might eventually find himself on the trading block. And if that day comes, the Lions appear uniquely positioned to pounce. In the midst of this swirling speculation, influential voices have weighed in. Ex-GM Mike Tannen boldly proclaimed on GitHub that the Lions would land Garrett this offseason, a statement that has only fanned the flames of anticipation among fans. ESPN's Bill Barnwell also joined the conversation, ranking Detroit as the top destination for the star pass rusher. Barnwell argued that while emerging talents like Aiden Hutchinson show promise, his current recovery from injury raises legitimate concerns about his immediate impact. The Lions, with their young and promising core, boasts over $56 million in projected cap space, a resource that could be strategically deployed to secure a player of Garrett's caliber. For a franchise that's long flirted with the idea of transforming its defense into one of the most feared units in the NFL, this could be the bold move that tips the scales. Now, let's take a step back and examine the potential impact of such an acquisition. Imagine the havoc a player like Myles Garrett could wreak when paired with an already talented young defender. His relentless pass rush, combined with the explosive play of someone like Hutchinson if he bounces back quickly from his injury, could create a defensive juggernaut. Detroit's current roster has shown flashes of brilliance, yet questions persist, particularly in the secondary and along the defensive line. Garrett's addition could serve as the catalyst that propels the Lions into true contention, allowing them to challenge even the most storied defenses in the league. His presence could turn defensive schemes on their head, forcing opponents to alter their game plans and opening up new strategic opportunities for the Lions coordinators. But there's more to the story than just defensive fireworks. Acquiring Garrett isn't simply a numbers game, it's a gamble on the future of the franchise. Would the Browns, if pushed into a rebuild, be willing to part with a superstar in their prime? That remains the million-dollar question. For the Lions, the decision isn't just about adding talent, it's about weighing risk versus reward. Trading for Garrett could mean sacrificing valuable assets, future picks, young talent, or even salary cap flexibility that might otherwise be used to develop the team further. On one hand, the allure of instantly upgrading the pass rush is undeniable. On the other, there's the risk that such a move could disrupt the delicate balance of the roster that Detroit is painstakingly building. As a passionate Lions fan, I find myself torn between the excitement of making a splash and the caution required when relinquishing potential long-term gains. Beyond the defensive front, the Lions are also facing crucial decisions on the offensive side of the ball. With the departure of veteran guard Kevin Zeitler looming, his contract expiring and his age inching closer to 35, the organization is at a crossroads. The offensive line is the unsung hero of every football team, and Detroit's success depends on maintaining its high-octane performance. With elite running backs in the backfield and a quarterback who thrives on protection, the importance of a robust offensive line cannot be overstated. Enter Trey Smith from the Kansas City Chiefs, a name that's been making waves as a potential replacement for Zeitler. Reports suggest that if Zeitler indeed moves on, Smith could emerge as the Lions' primary target. His reputation as one of the most durable guards in the league is well-earned. Over 4 seasons, Smith has demonstrated remarkable consistency, missing just a single game, and his performance on the field has been nothing short of stellar. In 2024, he didn't allow a single sack, a statistic that speaks volumes about his prowess in pass protection. For the Lions, acquiring a player of Smith's caliber could be the key to elevating their offensive line to new heights, ensuring that playmakers like Jared Goff and the team's dynamic running backs are given every opportunity to shine. Yet, every silver lining has its challenges. The financial implications of pursuing Smith are significant. Should the Lions decide to bring him on board, he would likely command a salary that positions him as one of the highest-paid guards in the league. At present, that distinction belongs to Landon Dickerson, who earns a staggering $21 million a year. Integrating a high-salary player into an already carefully balanced cap strategy is no small feat. The Lions must consider not only Smith's on-field performance but also how his contract would fit into the broader financial picture of the team. Balancing immediate impact with long-term financial health is a delicate dance, and this decision could have ripple effects for years to come. While these high-profile targets dominate the headlines, it's important not to overlook the promising talent already emerging from within the organization. Take Christian Mahogany, for instance, a rookie who, despite starting only 2 games last season, has already shown remarkable potential. Posting an overall offensive grade of 91.5, Mahogany's performance is particularly impressive given the personal and physical challenges he faced, including a bout with mononucleosis that sidelined him during training camp. With a full off now behind him, Mahogany could very well be the answer at right guard. If Zeitler decides not to return, his raw talent, combined with the guidance of veteran coaches and the competitive environment in Detroit, suggests that he could develop into a cornerstone of the offensive line in the years ahead. In addition to nurturing homegrown talent, the Lions are also exploring the draft for additional reinforcements. Tyler Booker, a standout prospect from Alabama, has caught the attention of scouts and could be a valuable asset in bolstering the offensive line. The idea of blending established talent like Mahogany with fresh, high-potential players from the draft creates a compelling vision for the future. It's a strategy that offers both immediate improvement and long-term sustainability, a dual approach that could help Detroit not only survive but thrive in an increasingly competitive NFL landscape. As we piece together these various scenarios, it becomes clear that the front office is facing a multifaceted challenge. On one front, the tantalizing prospect of landing a game-changing pass rusher in Myles Garrett looms large, offering the promise of a revitalized defense that could shake up the league. On the other, the need to rebuild and reinforce the offensive line in the wake of Kevin Zeitler's departure demands careful deliberation. Each potential move carries its own set of risks and rewards, and the decisions made in the coming weeks could very well dictate the trajectory of the franchise for seasons to come. For Lions fans, this offseason is shaping up to be one of the most critical periods in recent memory. The stakes are incredibly high. Every rumor, every trade possibility, and every roster move is being scrutinized not just for its immediate impact, but for how it fits into a grander vision of building a championship-caliber team. The allure of a blockbuster trade for Myles Garrett is undeniable. His ability to disrupt offensive plays, pressure quarterbacks, and change the momentum of a game is exactly the kind of spark that could propel the Lions into serious contention. When you imagine Garrett lining up alongside a recovering Hutchinson, forming a duo that could redefine the league's standards for defensive excellence, it's hard not to get excited about the potential. But this isn't just about one player. It's about the domino effect that such a move could trigger throughout the organization. If the Lions decide to take a chance on Garrett, they're not only making a statement about their defensive ambitions, they're also sending a clear message to the rest of the league that Detroit is willing to gamble big for greatness. Such bold moves, while fraught with risk, have the potential to yield extraordinary rewards. They can galvanize a fan base, inspire teammates, and fundamentally alter the dynamics of competition in the NFL. And in a league where momentum and morale often play as much of a role as strategy and talent, that psychological edge could be just as valuable as any statistic on the field. At the same time, the offensive line remains a critical pillar of the Lions' overall strategy, with dynamic offensive playmakers at the helm, ensuring their protection is paramount. The potential addition of Trey Smith represents not just an upgrade in physical performance, but also a commitment to securing the foundation on which offensive success is built. The fact that Smith has been virtually unstoppable in terms of pass protection, allowing no sacks in an entire season, speaks volumes about the stability he could bring to the unit. For a quarterback like Jared Goff, who thrives when given time to work his magic, that kind of consistency could be the difference between a mediocre season and a truly breakout year. All these discussions lead us to a fundamental crossroads for the Detroit Lions. Should they risk a blockbuster trade for a defensive powerhouse in Myles Garrett, potentially sacrificing valuable assets and long-term flexibility for an immediate upgrade? Or should they focus on nurturing their young core, reinforcing the offensive line through smart signings and draft picks, and gradually building a team that is as resilient as it is talented? These are not questions with easy answers, and they require a deep understanding of both the game and the unique challenges facing the franchise. As a passionate Lions fan, I feel the weight of these decisions on my shoulders. Every rumor, every potential trade, and every new signing carries with it the promise of transforming our team into a true contender. The future is bright, but it's also filled with uncertainty. The beauty of sports lies in its unpredictability. A single move can shift the balance of power, ignite rivalries, and redefine legacies. Whether it's the prospect of Garrett's game-changing presence on defense or the potential reinforcement of our offensive line with Trey Smith, an emerging homegrown talent, each decision is a piece of a much larger puzzle. In the coming weeks, we'll be watching closely as negotiations unfold, as insiders drop hints, and as the Lions front office makes its moves. Will the Browns eventually open the door to part with their superstar, allowing Garrett to don the Honolulu blue and silver? Or will the commitment to keeping him force the Lions to look elsewhere? And on the offensive side, will the financial gamble on a player like Trey Smith pay off? Or will the focus shift more towards developing the raw potential of players like Mahogany and Booker? These are the kinds of questions that keep the NFL exciting and make every offseason a period of hype, drama, and anticipation. For now, the conversation continues in locker rooms, on sports networks, and across social media platforms. Fans are debating, analysts are speculating, and every move is being scrutinized with the intensity of a championship final. Your opinions, as part of this vibrant community, are crucial. Do you believe that trading for Myles Garrett would be the right move for the Lions, or is it wiser to focus on internal development and financial prudence? Similarly, when it comes to shoring up our offensive line, should Detroit lean towards the veteran reliability of Trey Smith or place its trust in the promise of emerging talents? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Every voice matters, and your insights could spark the discussions that shape our future. As we stand at this pivotal moment, one thing is clear: the Detroit Lions are on the brink of a transformative period, with high stakes on both sides of the ball. The decisions made in the next few weeks could set the stage for a season of unprecedented success. Leave us wondering what might have been. This is more than just a series of trade rumors and roster moves. It's about redefining our identity as a franchise, embracing bold moves while respecting the lessons of the past, and rallying together as a community of passionate fans. In closing, remember that every great team's journey is filled with moments of uncertainty, risk, and bold ambition. The potential arrival of a superstar pass rusher like Myles Garrett, combined with strategic moves on the offensive line, represents not just a chance to win games but an opportunity to build a legacy. The road ahead is fraught with challenges, but it's also paved with the promise of greatness. As we navigate this exciting chapter together, keep your eyes peeled for every update, every rumor, and every move that could shape the future of our beloved Lions. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the latest developments that could redefine our team. Don't forget to subscribe to Lions News. Hit that like button and activate the notification bell to ensure you never miss an update on all things Detroit Lions. As always, share your opinions in the comments below. What do you think about the potential moves for Myles Garrett and the offensive line? Is now the time for a blockbuster trade, or should we invest in our young talent and draft capital? Your insights are the heartbeat of this community, and together, we'll ride the highs and lows of this thrilling journey. The future is bright, and the road to greatness starts now. Let's rally behind our team and make some noise.